Hey, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Midlife Crisis. For those that are new, my name is Craig and welcome to the channel. Today we're going to take you on a backseat tour of Renown Auto Restoration. A few weeks back I got the AMG GTS PPF and the racing stripe installed. Check out the video above. And our good friends Drew and Joseph took us on this backseat tour of all the projects they have going on. So if you like videos like this, please remember to smash that like button, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Hey, we interrupt this video for a public service announcement. Midlife Crisis is a small growing YouTube channel. We currently are sitting at 59 subscribers on our way to over 100. And as part of that drive to 100, we are doing a subscriber drive and giving out a brand new Midlife Carisis t-shirt for any new subscriber that not only subscribes, hits the notification bell, watches a full video all the way, and leaves us a comment with what t-shirt size they need, and as well as the contact information so that we can DM them and get the t-shirt shipped out to them. So please, if you like the content, please subscribe, and we'll get you wearing some of the new Midlife Crisis merchandise. So how far back does it go?
So,
like, as far as number of buildings,
we own all of this property.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, I think there's 13 buildings here. As far as our restoration shop, there's 3 buildings.
Okay.
So this is gonna be the first building right here. This is our final assembly shop. So this is where a lot of the cars that we put together, and there's some mechanical work in here right now, but most of the cars that are in here are things that we have built, restored, put together, and we have probably some of the rarest vehicles we have in here as well.
Gotcha. Yeah. C2 splitback?
Yeah, so this is one of the rarest, if not the rarest car we have here. It's a 63 split window Corvette, the only year of the split window. This is an original numbers matching car. It has factory fuel injection, factory 4-speed, pretty much all optioned out. This is the one you want. And again, this was a full frame off restoration that we did here.
Love the color. I mean, you first look at it, you're like, oh, it's primer. Wait, no, it's not.
Now this is and this is the original factory silver as well.
Really? That is crazy.
This thing's nuts. And this is again,
how long have you guys had this one?
This one's been here for a few years. So
wow.
we're so the restoration, it was actually really completed about a year ago. But we're doing some final things to this. So we had the NCRS come here and judge this car to be a 100% period correct. So almost all the parts on this car are new old stock. We had to search and find original part number stuff to put on this vehicle because the NCRS is very picky about, I mean, they go down to the type of bolt that you use, the color of the return springs, all that stuff. So we had to find original parts for this. We have a few binders and books that we just bought specifically for research so we know exactly what we need to do to this car. So everything about this car is exactly the way it was coming off the assembly line in 1963, with the exception of the paint job, which we went a little nuts on. But yeah, this is a very rare car. It's extremely cool.
Nice.
This is probably the second rarest car we have here. So this one's a 68 Camaro Z28. The Z28 is pretty special because it has the 302 in it as opposed to a 350. The 302 is a homologation motor for Trans Am racing.
Gotcha.
So this is a homologation car. In 1968 they only built about 600 of these cars, and this one has probably the rarest options you can have with it. This is the one you want. Again, 302, Muncie 4-speed. This is original paint, so we didn't do anything to this car. This is the way it was. It was found in a barn. Original metallic paint, rally sport package, rally stripes. This car is...
Now are you guys going to do the interior? Or?
Yeah, so we threw carpet in it. The dash, the center console, the seats, all that stuff is original. The door panels. So this car was in unbelievable shape when it came in here. I mean, for a 1968 Camaro,
right.
It was
barn
pretty
find, right?
Exactly. So we cleaned it up a little bit. It's got new carpet. It'll have a new headliner. Some of the stuff we're replacing, but this car as it sits is pretty much just the way it came in. It's a time capsule.
Wow. Very cool.
This is that 57 you saw in the slideshow of us ripping apart. So now it's going back together. So we painted this car. All of the trim on this car is brand new. So all of the stainless is fresh. This is another one of those cars. Everything is going to be completely redone on this vehicle. So it's going to be very, very good. if you look at the engine bay, you can see some of the detail that we go to as far as putting this stuff together. So everything is painted, everything is exactly where it's supposed to be. The firewall is painted, all of the, everything is, we have to get the details right, so.
That is incredible. That is a beautiful engine. You don't even want to turn it on.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. It'll be even prettier once I finally get my hands on this thing. Once it's finished up, it'll be a showroom ready car. Nice. Again, all this stuff is brand new though. So there's a company called Dan Chuck that sells Tri-5 Chevy stuff, brand new, and they remanufacture all of it. Yep. So everything's fresh chrome. It's all freshly painted. It's very, very cool. This is our parking lot. We have all sorts of cool stuff in here. Let's point something out. Let's go to this truck right here, this black truck. There's another 63 split window Corvette. So there's actually a couple trucks here that we did full restorations on. So this one's probably the most impressive one. This is a 53 Chevy truck. Again, full ground up restoration on this truck. So it's got a TCI chassis underneath it. LS3. Again, all of the fabrication on this truck, all of the bead rolling on the firewall and all that stuff we did here in house. The frame is powder coated to match the rest of the car. It's got Willwood disc brakes all the way around. So I was talking to you about our interior.
It's more of a resto mod than an original.
Exactly. The reason I like this though is because he didn't go too crazy. So it's been changed a little bit, but the interior for the most part still looks, it still has the same dash and all that stuff. It's just been updated a little bit.
A little bit more comfortable.
Yep. So Jerry did the interior on this car. He's our interior guy I was talking about. Does all the custom stuff for us. He literally built all of this from scratch, basically. I mean, he talked to the owner, got his measurements and everything, and did the whole thing. It's real cool. Digital gauges. We put a radio in this one because, the usual. Oh wow.
So did you guys fabricate how that comes down and everything?
Mm-hmm. Nice. Yep. So this is the original panel for the truck, and then we had to fabricate. We actually had to add material into the dash.
And so you guys put in aftermarket AC and all that.
Yeah, it's got vintage air under dash kit in it. We do a lot of vintage air stuff. They're right down the street. They're a block away. So.
Nice. I love the tuck wheels.
Yep. And check out the wood in this bed, man. It's crazy.
I like how you guys, you guys went with the black on it. That's normally you see them, I want to see the wood color and everything like that.
Well, again, it's what the customer wants, right? So we can guide him in a direction. From our experience dealing with all these cars, we can kind of guide him to like, hey, maybe this will look good. Maybe you should try this. These are the parts you should look at. But at the end, he's the one that decided on all this stuff. He's like, I want it to be black and chrome. I just want it to be blacked out, murdered out, and it works.
Beautiful.
This is another truck we did a full restoration on. Again, this one's more original than anything.
Oh yeah.
So it's got straight six in it. Granny gear 4-speed. But it's a cool truck.
It's amazing how they did the six, a straight six.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. These are good motors, man. Everybody wants V8 power, but to be honest with you, these motors run so smooth. I mean, it almost drives like a modern car, with the exception of the manual transmission in this, which is geared very low. But
no power steering.
No power steering on this particular car. We do a lot of stuff like that, though. We've started fabricating electronic power steering units for old cars because, again, you can't really buy those. So a couple of guys in our shop have started to figure out how to make that work.
Wow, you got the old Bronco here, huh? Oh, this is International.
Okay. Yeah, we got all sorts of stuff. We got an old Bronco and an old International. Nice. We got all the trucks. Yeah, an old Scout too. Thing's pretty nuts. This Bronco is real crazy. So this one was, again, already restored before it got here, so this is pretty much as it was when it got here, but we did a lot of the final stuff. We rewired some stuff, kind of made it all work properly. The person that owns this truck is actually the same person that owns that Blazer back there.
Is he just a 4x4 now?
They have some cool cars. I think we have 4 of their cars here right now. So
I like that green.
Oh, it's very cool. Not everybody can spend $200,000, restoring a truck. So a lot of how we pay the bills is mechanical work. We're one of the only shops in San Antonio that really works on old cars, at least to this level, to this capacity. So we do everything from basic tune-ups to engine swaps, upgrades, suspension upgrades, maintenance and repair. I mean, we kind of do it all. The idea is if you have an old car in San Antonio, you can just come here and we can basically do whatever you need us to do. Yeah.
Yeah. Looking back in the back corner, it looks like you guys go back into the 20s and 30s.
Oh yeah, we do it all, man. We do everything. So this car is extremely nice. It's a 54 Chevy. We're, again, rewiring some stuff, making his AC work. He has an air ride system in this, so we had to rewire the compressor for him. Had some overheating issues, we fixed that, so.
It's amazing how low that engine actually sits.
Oh yeah. Well, and this car's not even on the ground yet. It goes further.
Oh, does it?
It'll lay frame, yeah. It'll lay frame. It's a really cool car. I like how the body shop that did this. We didn't do this, but the body shop that did all the Frenching of the headlights and the taillights. I mean, the paint job on this car is very, very straight. So they did a good job. A lot of money went into it, you can tell. We got more Corvettes. Corvettes just laying around. Yep, we pulled the cab for that truck is actually in the body shop right now. This car is really cool. We're putting an LS in a 66 Corvette. So that car is mint. I mean, it's all covered up because it's very nice and we don't want to screw it up. So it's all covered in blankets, but this car is absolutely beautiful. I think it's very pretty. Look at the paint on this thing. Yeah.
The light doesn't
really
even
awesome. And this actually has film on it too. This has Expel on it. Yeah, the whole front end of this car has Expel on it.
That's beautiful.
So Joe's in the stages of wiring this whole thing up, making it all work.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
The easy part, right?
Yeah, the easy part. Just slap it together, start it up. This is another truck that we've spent a lot of time on. This is another frame-off restoration for us, this Cameo. I think Joseph was talking about it a little bit. So again, all of the fabrication, all the body and paint we did here. This one is on a Roadster Shop Fast Track chassis.
Now, is this an original portion here?
No, we made this.
What is that? Is that like a? Was that the extra cab?
So normally the gas tank for these trucks is behind the seat right here, and you have a filler neck that sticks out. Well, when you got a sleek truck like this, and you don't want to eliminate that, and you don't want a gas tank behind you, we do this. So this hole pops up, and the fuel cell's in here.
Nice.
And it's got a toolbox for storage and all that stuff. So
you guys haven't marketed that and sold that direct yet?
no, we have not. No, we have not. This took a lot of R&D'ing.
I bet, yeah.
I don't know if that's going to be a thing we'll bring to the market or not, but for this truck, it works really, really well. Again, Jerry did the interior on this truck. He did all this stuff.
Oh, I love the saddlebag.
Oh yeah, it's very cool. So sides right here. But these were actually the first fleet side truck. Before this truck came out, everything was a step side.
Right.
So this is one of the first trucks that Chevy ever came out, really any manufacturer.
So you guys built this so that there was the actual tuck?
So this is a factory thing.
It is,
but
okay.
we remanufactured it.
Okay.
So we had to do, again, all of these cars, this thing came out. There's a lot of sheet metal. That's a good segue. I'll show you the body shop now.
Okay, cool.
That's a cool car too. It's like 67 Belvedere GTX. You don't see those very often.
No, you don't.
440. Very cool car.
Very nice.
We have a few Mopars here. Not a whole lot. They're rare. Not people don't bring them to us for some reason. They don't have them. But all of these. Oh yeah, we just put a motor in this one too.
Oh, nice.
And there's so much stuff laying around here. I forget what we did and what we did. You know, it's
probably hard to keep straight.
Well, especially I'm in the detail room all day, man. I forget some of this stuff, but yeah, we everything here. There's just cool stuff. All, you know, it's like a car show coming into work every morning. So this is our paint and body shop.
Gotcha.
So all of our metal fabrication is done over there. We have all of our tools. On the other side of these curtains, we'll go over there. There's 2 paint booths. So we have a paint booth specifically for primer, and then we have another paint booth for base and clear.
Just for
cleanliness.
The right process, right?
Yep. So let me show you the first step of the process over here. We got a car that we've done a lot of sheet metal work to. It's in the process back here. A couple cars that we've done a lot of sheet metal work to.
Oh wow.
This is a 56 Chevy. Believe it or not, 2 months ago, this was a running and driving car. About 2 months ago is when this guy brought this in. And it had an older paint job in it. Like I told you earlier, you know, in the 80s, these things weren't really worth that much. Right. So a lot of the paint work that was done on a lot of these classic cars, if they were restored back then, value, right? Are kind of, yeah, they're not very, they don't spend the time. No one's going to spend 80 grand on a car back in 1980 when it's not worth, you know. So he brought it in, the paint job was failing, so we stripped it down and we cut.
And this is all you guys right here with the sheet metal stuff.
Everything. So this car has new quarter panels on it. So this is all brand new sheet metal. This is new sheet metal. All of this had to be redone. All of this was custom done by our boy Doug over there. He's our body shop foreman. It's got new doors, new rockers on both sides. We've had to patch the floor, patch the trunk pan. It's got a couple new cross members.
Put the frame in there to keep it all square and everything.
Yeah, exactly. So when we cut it, the big thing on these is the rockers. So when you cut rockers out, that's a huge structural piece of this car. So especially since we have the quarters and everything else cut out of this thing. So he welded this in temporarily to make sure that everything stays rigid and square while we do the sheet metal repair. And then once everything's final welded, which is almost there, we're almost done with this thing sheet metal wise. Then we'll cut all that out and it'll get prepped for body work and
It's
paint.
so funny, if you couldn't tell that, you know, this was a right hand versus left hand drive, just looking at it right here.
Oh yeah. Yeah, the dash is pretty symmetrical. The dash is pretty symmetrical. But you can see anywhere where there's grinding, it's new sheet metal, new sheet metal, new sheet metal, new doors. Doug had to build all of this from scratch. So a lot of the times the glass, you know, water will get behind the trim and all that stuff, and it'll rust out the lip, which all the glass sits in. So a lot of times we have to rebuild all this stuff.
Incredible.
This is redone. A bunch of the firewall was re-welded. I mean, this car, it needed basically everything. But we're almost there, so it's gonna be in primer hopefully very soon.
Very cool.
This is a brand new 1970 Mustang. So this is a body from Dynacorn.
Oh wow.
Yep. So there's a company called Dynacorn. They sell brand new sheet metal bodies for these cars. And his original car is actually over there, but he brought us at 70 Mach 1, and we took it down to bare sheet metal and looked at it, and the transmission tunnel of his car was like a C. It was like it had scoliosis or something. You know, it was all bent up. So
it's not worth.
It had been T-boned at one point in time, and then someone had done, you know, kind of an outer restoration.
Right.
You know, they repaired all the outer pieces and kind of patched it up. But
And you don't know that till you take it apart.
yeah, but because it wasn't square and everything, he would have spent so much money in sheet metal work for us to repair the damage that was already done and covered up.
Right.
That, you know, buying a brand new body made more sense. So this whole car this will literally be a brand new 1970 Mach 1 after it's all said and done. Every part on this thing will be brand new. So now we're just fitting all the doors and gapping everything and making sure everything lines up.
Getting all the fitment right.
Yep. 21 Malibu, old Streamliner, Pontiac, 69 Camaro. This one's almost ready to get primered and blocked as well. So
it's already. You guys do more Camaro, more Ford, or more Chevy?
Honestly, more Chevys for sure. We get a lot of Camaros, a lot of Corvettes. Corvettes are kind of our new thing. We have probably 10 or 12 Corvettes right now. So, but you know, it changes. Some months we get more Mustangs, some months we get more Camaros. It kind of depends. But this one's getting there. It's almost there. We're almost done with all the sheet metal work. A lot of the car's already been body worked. It's going to be primed again soon. We'll block it out and be ready for paint.
Did you show him the Corvette?
He did.
Oh, not this Corvette though. No. Yeah, I didn't even.
Oh,
I
the
forgot
one
about
on the lift.
Yeah.
I can't believe how many of the C2s you guys have.
So this is actually a shop project of ours. This is our car. So there's not every car in here is owned by a client except for this one. This one is ours. So
okay, so it's like you got 20th century here, last century up top.
Yep. Dude, and this is a really good car.
Yeah,
like,
this thing.
Oh yeah.
So take that, put it on that.
Yep.
So who's gonna be the one to kill themselves?
This is the owner's car.
So hopefully not him. Or else
he'll be fine.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, dude, it's super cool. Super cool.
Oh.
So this is a project we're selling, like for other people.
Right.
So the idea is
have that, but
we've already done this a couple of times, but this is just happens to be the owner's car.
Gotcha.
We have several of the guys in the Ferrari club are like looking at this. They're like, oh shit, yeah, let's get one of those. That's cool. I mean, for the price, it's pretty damn affordable, honestly, for what it is.
So these chassis are manufactured here in San Antonio.
Really?
Yeah.
There's a guy.
The fuel tank is a place in, I think it's in like Lubbock or somewhere.
It's pretty much a Texas build then.
Basically.
I wouldn't go that far. when we start, well, I mean, we start making transmissions and LS3s in Texas, I don't think they do.
No. Not unless the Toyota plant's doing it.
Yeah.
That'd be an interesting swap.
Yeah, but the suspension on the thing is. Did you see the Seaman truck?
No.
Come on, Drew. You gotta show the cool stuff.
There's so many cars here. I forget. You know.
So this was already shown at SEMA, or is getting ready for the next one?
We don't know.
Oh, okay.
We're hoping. We're hopeful they let us.
Yeah, whenever there is a SEMA, right?
Yeah, whenever there's a. Oh. So it's still got some defects, but yeah, look at the wheels.
Is that 24 inch?
Yeah.
24. That's not even the cool part. You want to see the cool part?
No, but it's the ridiculous part.
There's the cool part.
Oh. How much horsepower is this going to have at the end?
650 horsepower. 650
More
horsepower,
than you
650
need.
torque. Yeah. And you can buy these straight from Chevrolet Performance. So that's the cool thing about America, I guess, is that all of our car manufacturers who make cool cars, they sell all their motors and stuff separately. So
I'll let you put it in anything.
yeah, so you can buy the engine and transmission basically straight out of a new Corvette Z06, and it comes with a computer and everything you need to put it in something and make it work.
And the CPU straight with the engine, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or, I mean, not the supercharger.
Yeah, supercharger's already
all.
bolted on. This was one kit from Chevrolet.
Nice. So it's not like an engine with a whip longer or anything like that, where you set
that's how it's. Just like in a Corvette, same idea.
And it's perfect because the ECU that comes with the motor is out of a Corvette also.
Right.
So
exactly.
it all just works.
It don't care what chassis it's in.
Yeah, there's not really any tuning. It's just, it starts right up. You don't see these, no, not too many people choose to restore these.
Okay, so this is an Audi though, right?
No.
What is it?
This is the opposite of an Audi. This is a 1986 Ford Thunderbird.
One owner. The hood's not bolted on there.
This will be the nicest 86 Ford Thunderbird probably in existence.
I want to show you the engine, but it's kind of hard.
No, that's
I don't want to trust
It's
it.
ridiculous.
So it's got a 406 in it. 406 stroker.
Yeah.
The whole drive lines we rebuilt, suspension, everything. So we did all the mechanical work first. And then he actually decided he wanted to paint it after we did all the mechanical work. He's like, well, the whole car is good.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you've gone that far, you might as well just do everything.
Yeah.
Right?
So.
Are you guys just stuffing the old interior back in, or are you going to redo the interior?
Oh, no, he's getting a baseball glove interior.
Oh.
He's a baseball coach. Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah, this thing's nutty.
Did you see this?
Look in the inside of this car.
Okay.
Hold on. Let me get this.
You can open it up. So it's got a full digital dash. Again, vintage air system in it.
Nice.
Seat's been redone.
For some reason, I see this on a Mecum stage, somebody pushing it across.
Oh yeah.
Ah, come on. Is this a 2-stage or what?
Shouldn't be. What are you doing?
Plymouth.
Plymouth. That company's dead and gone.
You do not see that anymore.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, it is a 2-stage.
440. Just a good old big block.
This is one of Drew's favorite cars.
It is it might be my favorite car, honestly. It's very cool.
Very well.
Yeah, and this is a factory frame car, so this is still the original frame.
Any top problems or anything like that?
No. Nope.
Oh gosh.
Every goes.
All the suspension is Hotchkiss stuff. So it's got, you know, again, factory frame, but Hotchkiss tubular suspension. It's got a 4-link. It's frame connectors, sway bars. It's kind of went a little nutty. Willwood disc brakes. But this is another truck that we built.
66 C10.
Yep.
You don't see many
K10.
C10. So is it 4-wheel?
Yep.
Four-wheel
You
drive.
do not see many C10s in 4-wheel drive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's K10, so it's
Okay.
It's
Yeah,
the,
K10 is a 4-wheel drive.
Yeah.
We have built a C10 that was converted into a K10 before. We did one of those a while back.
Yeah, dude, this is
But everything, and this is a good one because it's high off the ground. You can look under here, and you can see everything is brand new. All the bolts, every spring, every cable is all new.
Jeez.
This one's a good driver too. 3 on the tree, 350 small block. There's some stuff in the interior, but I think you get the idea.
Yeah.
Another custom interior by Jerry. The dash is my favorite part of this car. All the details. So it's got a Dakota digital dash in it, and then we got all of these billet, these nice shiny billet aluminum vintage air vents going on.
Very cool. Yeah, no, that's got the inlaid wood on it.
Yeah.
Wow, that was incredible. I want to give a big thanks to both Joseph and Drew from Renown Auto Restoration for the incredible job they did. If you get a chance, please check them out. I highly recommend them. And as always, please remember to smash that like button, subscribe, and until next time.